Hi, everybody. Good morning and welcome to the 2023 Media Impact Forum Stories of Community. I'm Liz Carter. I'm the president and CEO of the Scripps Howard Fund and Foundation, and I'm also a proud board member of Media Impact Funders. So today we're going to hear some amazing stories about the work of journalists and storytellers around the world to serve the communities that they live in. Their challenges, their hopes, their dreams. But today is also about each of you individually and all of us collectively. Gathering this network and learning from one another, going deeper on our strategies, this is the work that we have to be committed to and that strengthens this field. Now, I know that many of you in this room, I feel very honored to be here because you all are leading some of the most important work in journalism and media philanthropy today. But also today, let's be asking ourselves, what more can we do? Can we do it better? How do we learn from each other? And how do we each bring our own knowledge, experience, and expertise to enrich the whole picture? You're going to hear from a lot of wonderful panels and speakers today. Later this morning, one that you'll hear from will feature university-supported journalism. That's a topic that's been very important to the Scripps Howard Fund for many, many years. We focus the majority of our funding at the crossroads of the classroom and the newsroom, including the Howard Centers of Investigative Journalism at Arizona State University and the University of Maryland, a wide variety of internships and fellowships. And within the next year, we expect to open a Center for Community Journalism in a rural news desert or adjacent to a rural news desert at a university to provide coverage for that news desert and for students to learn and experiment with trust-building techniques. For quite some time, I think the best journalism schools have adopted a teaching hospital model. But at this moment in time, when we are all stepping up to do the very most that we can, it's so important for us to take advantage of every single person, organization, and institution that has skin in this game, and that includes universities. Our universities can be part of the solution for innovating and diversifying journalism, for incubating, testing, and teaching tools to advance investigative journalism, local journalism, combating disinformation, building trust with audiences, and they can provide valuable coverage for news deserts and underserved community. So this morning's panel is just one example of the kind of sharing and discussions that we hope will be of great value to each of you and will keep the conversation moving forward. We're in, I think, for a really exceptional day of connecting and conversing. For those of you who are not members, I can tell you we are very eager to meet you and learn about your work. I hope that you'll consider becoming a member of Media Impact Funders. That has been so important for me to be able to make connections with colleagues all across the country who are doing great work and continually have me rethinking the way we approach our work to advance journalism. MIF members and supporters have collaborated on a number of media projects and initiatives over the years, and much of that work has stemmed from the kind of facilitation and getting together like happens right here in this room today. So last thing I would say is really enjoy each other. One of the most valuable components of this event is the networking time that we've built into the programming. Since the forum brings together so many different types of funders who are supporting media and journalism with a lot of different approaches across a variety of platforms, we just have an incredible opportunity at this moment in time to learn from each other and develop stronger connections in community. So have a great day, have fun, connect with each other, and thank you all very much for being here today. Nina?
Thank you, Liz. Good morning. I am Nina Sachdev. I'm the Director of Communications for Media Impact Funders. I'm going to tell you a quick story before I share what we have in store for you today. And this is a story about Taylor Swift. I don't know, she's everywhere. So Taylor Swift performed in my neck of the woods, Philly, a couple weeks ago, and I'm still reading articles about how people are going absolutely wild for her music and her performance. So wild, in fact, that people are actually forgetting being at her concert at all, which I find very odd. One fan who was quoted in one of these articles that I read, and this was a Time article, by the way, real deal, said that her brain convinced her that she was not actually there. And so, I don't know, it kind of sounds like mom brain, but I've come to learn that there's a scientific explanation for this forgetfulness, and the explanation is that these fans were literally too excited. Their level of excitement mirrored a fight or flight response, which means that the brain didn't really have any extra bandwidth to create any lasting memories. So I'm going to bring this back full circle. I know that the Media Impact Forum is not a Taylor Swift concert. But between us, I would rather be here than there. But that being said, we do have an awesome media showcase in store for you today. I'm excited about it. The rest of my team at MIF is excited about it. And most of all, I hope that you are excited about it. But I don't want you to be too excited because we want you to remember it. So here's how today is going to go. We have 3 main blocks of programming. The first block of the day will focus on journalism. The second will focus on narrative storytelling and podcasting. And the third on documentary film. In between these blocks, we have some surprises. We'll feature not TikToks and not TED Talks, but something called Tech Talks, which I've assured Vince is not copyrighted, so I feel comfortable using it. Our Tech Talks are flash talks by some really cool experts who are working at the intersection of media and technology, and they're going to teach us some interesting things. Before each block, we are going to be showcasing the work of one of our longtime members, Catchlight, a media organization that's focused on the intersection of visual storytelling and social impact. The reason we're spotlighting this work today is because when we talk about stories of community, we have to acknowledge that photographers and visual storytellers can't tell a story from their computer. They have to go to the story. They have to go to the community. They have to win the trust of people who might not want to give them their trust. And then after all that, they have to be able to show us the story in a way that makes us hungry to learn more. As we know, this work has taken on new urgency. Phrases like seeing is believing and perception is reality have taken on some ominous connotations in recent years as disinformation continues to flood our digital spaces. So when you combine things like deepfakes with the decline in visual storytelling and journalism, that creates a recipe for something that we don't want. So the images you'll be seeing throughout the day are very much connected to each block of programming that we have in store for you. And we're so very thankful for the collaboration of the Catchlight team for producing what you're about to see. Catchlight is led by Elodie Maillet-Storm, who's here today, and we'll be hearing from her later when we talk about her work as a JSK Fellow and university-supported journalism, which Liz just spoke on. So we'll watch the first reel, and then we'll continue.